Hello everybody and welcome back to Imperator, where I believe this is probably going to be the final episode of the series. We'll see if that ends up happening. I'm pretty sure it will, but let's see here. For now, we need to go through our cities and see about spending some money real quick. So I just want to hop through these very, very swiftly. But we do have our CB ready to go on Sumpa. So I absolutely do want to get that going as soon as we can. Wow, these are all full. Okay. I mean, I know we did this several times last episode, but this is a little surprising to me that these are all still good to go. Did we just do it at the last bit of last episode? Maybe. Hard to remember. But regardless, yeah, these are all absolutely fine for right now. Yep, you're fine too. You're fine. So it looks like there's honestly very little to be done as far as cash spending goes. That's okay, we can work with that. I mean, we're just gonna bank up cash until this is different, right? But we can definitely put in an academy here. That'll be fine. Let's see, I wanted to come up over here. This is the city here. Our city here is there. And we're working on a city up here in Kaman. So that'll be okay. That'll get finished up in the eventual times. We should enable automatic trading. And now I want to declare on Sumpa immediately here. So we could go for Sang or for Kam. Kam is up here, and I've already noted that Sang is down over here. This is a much better location for us to go after. So we're going to declare this war. We currently only have the one army in this area, but I absolutely do want to head through here, and we can grab this. I'm just wondering where are their forts at? They've got one here, one here. So this fort will require some work for sure. These guys, once they arrive back over here, we're going to bring them around, but they're probably not going to be here in time. I want to check in on the macro builder real quick, make sure there's nothing to be done there. There really isn't, although we could spend this money on just like, I suppose we could build logging camps. That's reasonably fine. We could also build some hunting camps. May as well do that. What else are we interested in potentially building at this point? Probably at beyond here, most likely we're just interested in putting in slave estates. Like, everywhere. So we can spend the rest of our gold that way. And that'll do for now. So in we go. We are attacking Sumpa. Wonderful. This is a very slow process, of course. There are no roads out over here, and this is all very mountainous region. So moving around over here is going to be fairly slow. But this will give us not a big amount of war score, but some war score anyway. I'm wondering what kind of army they have. That'll be an interesting question for sure. But we're going to get some slaves out of this as well, which is always great. We're very pleased to have that happening, of course. And once this is completed, we'll move them around. But for now, this is absolutely fine. So their army's up over here. They're heading this direction. Actually, they've got two levies here. That's interesting. I want to head in here and fight this levy first. And then these guys, they're a bit separated out. We're actually seeing quite a lot of levy forces up over here, so they've got a fairly large amount of levy forces. And their levy forces are actually quite good. Okay. So they have a fair amount of military tech. Gotcha. That's not necessarily surprising being on the border of Moria, but that's definitely something to keep in mind. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to hire, I think probably the mercs that are down over here. There we go. And we'll get them started heading up over this way. So, we're losing this battle, but that's okay. We're going to retreat, and we should be able to attrition them out of here. I think that's reasonably fine. So, Liang has needed a governor, and this should probably be a member of the Wen family. There are no members of the Wen family? No, there's this guy. Okay, you'll do. Cool. Okay, so we're retreating to here. That's reasonably fine. They definitely have a morale bump on us. That's for sure. So that's noted. We're going to need to do something about that. We do have our vassal troops up over here. Now, they're almost certainly going to come in and attack us right here. This is an awkward place for us to be retreating to. It seems like they don't want to fight here. That's interesting. Let's put ourselves onto unit reorg. Now they're trying to come in with specifically this levy. So 378, 3883, 388. Interesting. So I'm going to force march us out of here. I don't actually want to fight them here. So they are definitely stronger than expected. We are bringing up reinforcements, and these guys are going to be finishing up over here fairly soon. A lot of this movement is actually rerouted. They've done some of what what? They've not taken... Okay. Apparently because they've moved quickly. Sure. Whatever. So we're just going to put these guys here. I'm going to put them back on the unit reorg. We're going to let them work on that for a little bit. Can we increase the size of our legion? Actually, yes, we can. And we would like to counter their heavy infantry, really. So who counters heavy infantry? Archers kind of do. Having additional heavy infantry of our own would probably be pretty good. So we can expand this by 3 in total. So I think we've got 7 and 4 here. So this is a grand total of 11. Let's get 2 units of heavy infantry and a unit of archers. And then for this unit, or for the other unit here, let's go into our legion. For the other army, we'll do the same. 2 cohorts of heavy infantry and a cohort of archers. There we go. So we'll bump that up in size a little bit. We are reinforcing the morale over here, and we're just waiting on these guys to make their way on over. We may want to just have them come in here, exit road build, and make their way on south. I think for the moment that is reasonably fine. Where are those mercs at? Yeah, they're a ways out still. That's okay. So we're going to unit reorg these guys for a bit, although we're probably at this point able to go back in. We've got a minor addendum here. And sure, we'll take some stability. And I'd like these guys to actually force march their way up. So we're going to move them up over to here. They're going to force march in, and they'll cover a fair amount of distance quite quickly. Now, these guys have disappeared out into the mountains here. They might be planning to, like, come down over here or something. That's fine. I don't mind that at all. They can 100% do that. So over we head. These guys are moving in slowly, and that's okay. We've reinforced them a little bit, and we have also started bringing these lads over. Now, that does, of course, mean that we abandoned the concept of this road, at least for now. We can put that in again later if we choose to, but for the moment, I don't feel like it's super, super necessary. Okay, so let's try this again. Round 2. So first off, we're going to capture here. There we go. And secondly, we're going to capture here. But we have these guys on their way in this time, and they're moving in pretty quickly. Now, we could march these guys up as well, but they don't have much morale, and we're going to just let them normal march. That should be fine. We can grab a zeal perk, and we'll definitely patronize temples, of course. And we do see that they've got 18k. I'm a little surprised they're not attacking us here, to be honest. I'm going to move us back over this way. These guys are locked in here. I'd like to group up our armies and move in and start picking off like one army at a time. That would be an ideal scenario here. So we're seeing this happening, but we're just going to take these guys off of force march now. Okay, now we're going to head up over here. I'd like to crush this 18k stack. Yeah, they don't want to fight us. Okay, I'm going to let them lock in here. So they're going to lock in now. Then we're going to come in here. They have these reinforcements on the way. These are mercenaries. Okay, they're not actually managing to attack us here. Can we force march and catch them? Well, what we can do is we can stop moving. We can go on to force march. Like so. Let them lock in here. and now go fight them here. This seems solid. Wow, they're going to get out of there in time? Remarkable. These guys are locked in here. They are moving so quick in the mountains here. Okay. We're not even able to catch them with a force march. So we'll just position ourselves here in that case. We're going to catch them here. Okay, perfect. They are really not happy about this. How are we rolling here? Okay. I think we're going to win this, but rolls still need to be pretty decent. They've got a lot of morale. They are moving in here. They're going to try to reinforce up over this way, for sure. I would be very, very happy to have this battle over by the time they get here. If not, we're going to have to retreat again, which would be, problematic. Okay. So this guy became a tactician, and we did manage to eliminate those units. So that is ideal. They are coming in here and attacking us, though, immediately following. And this isn't going so well for us because we didn't get a chance to recover any morale. However, I want to bleed them here. This is going well now. Good roll. Good roll. Okay. I think we're okay in this front. So Funan needs a governor, and what family is scorned? Shi? Okay. The Shi family is currently scorned, so we'll put Yu Shi in here. And the question is, where are those mercs at? They are on their way, but they have not yet arrived. Okay, but winning these battles is huge, for the record. It's a mediocre roll, but we do end up winning that. Perfect. Okay, Kilufan is injured, but we'll see what happens with that. Now, do we want to keep our units together? We definitely don't want to be on force march. I think we should keep these two units combined for the moment. We should take this area. They're being forced to retreat out this way. So that's okay. And now I'd like to head down to Lhasa and get that taken over, while our mercs force march and head to Soho, like this. Okay, if we can get them trapped down over here, that's going to be huge. But the fact that we won those two battles was a very big deal. We can replenish our manpower very easily. I suspect that they cannot. So that looks good. Let's go get Lhasa under siege. And yeah, we're above the supply limit, and there is war of attrition going on over here. Absolutely. Coming of the city of Kunlun? Okay, so we're going to hop up over here, and I would love to put in a foundry. We will put in 3 mills. We'll put in 3 slave traders, and that's actually everything maxed out up here for now. Although I do want to remove one of those slave traders and put in a great temple there. And I don't want to do it in this order. I want the Great Temple first. Then these go in. Okay. That'll be fine for now. So attrition is going to be painful for us up over this way. No doubt about that. We're -5 right now. What we need, of course, is to get Song under our control. So if we can just get to here, that's going to be a very big deal. Yi, we can definitely put in a new governor for. No scorned family, so you may see will be okay. Excellent. Okay, so we see this happening. Pogao is now in charge. Okay. So it's currently unclear which side will win. Now keep in mind, they don't have cavalry because they're up in these mountains. So it's not surprising that our spearmen are not particularly effective up here. However, I do want to put somebody in here. There we go. And do we want to take this fight? No. I'm going to let this guy lock in. Just waiting on that lock-in. Still no lock-in. There we go. Now we're locked in. Now, I want to select both of these, force march them, and we're going to walk them into Lum. Oh, we can't actually do that because of the fort here. Okay, now I actually want to go in, though. Yeah, this is a much better call. So they're being forced to respond to our mercs down over here. And we did not actually catch their forces here, but they're going to come in and fight us. I'm going to take us off of Force March here. There we go. And let's see how we roll. Well, we've got a pretty significant numerical advantage here. A roll of 6 is definitely a good roll. We're struggling with their level of morale, though. No doubt about that. I want to just bleed these. We're going to take this fight to the last. We're going to get this done, and then let's march up this way. Now, I see these guys running around over here. We're catching up with them in the morale. I think that they lack the numbers to actually handle this. Okay, winning this battle will be huge. Absolutely enormous if we can win this battle. We're going to win it. That's excellent. And we're going to need to get these guys reinforced a little bit. I want to keep our mercs nearby, for sure. Keeping an eye on this 9 stack. Okay. It's a little tougher of a war, no doubt about that, than expected. But this is fine. I think we're going to win this. We're at 0% on this fort already. So that's looking good. If we can get this fort under control, then that's huge. Yes, I see these guys up over here. Yes, they're a bit of a problem. But these guys heading this way is exactly what I want to see. Now, these mercs, I would love to head out over here. But for now, I'm going to head down to Chimpu. We're going to let these reinforce. White peace is currently imminent, yeah, because we're not contesting the Wurgle. So we do see our vassal forces heading up over here. They're going to lose a fight if they actually take the fight. But I'm interested in potentially fighting these guys with our mercs. And I'm really interested in seeing this fort fall. Yeah, they're going to lose this fight. I don't know why they thought they could handle that, but they couldn't. Our mercs are going to take this fight and get that dealt with. Then I want the mercs to take point here. And we actually stack wiped that. We're going to head up to Diuni and get that under our control. We just won the Siege of Lasha. And now we're going to pull these forces back. I am not going to force march them, but we're going to pull them back and look to chase down this Sumpan force. So that's huge, right? No doubt about that. Civic rights of the Chaya culture is set to Freeman. Do we care about traditionalist approval here? Kinda. I'm going to say no, and we're going to defend religious rights. Okay, so that's fine. We're going to make our way up and look to fight this army with our primary force, while our mercenaries are force marching out over here. But I'm going to take them off of force march, and then we're just going to walk into Diuni for right now. So, we just got a religious advance. We definitely need to continue working down over here, that's for sure. I think supply limit is a pretty decent thing to keep going for right now, since we definitely have some supply issues. Okay, so they're moving into Naksho at this point. I'm going to force march these guys. And I want these to be locked in. They're actually coming down here into Sapii. Sure, do it. They're locked in. In we go. That should be a free victory for us. Occupied by the Loba Horde. Interesting. Let's go up and start a siege up over here while we're cleaning this up. That looks free. We didn't stack wipe them, but it wasn't strictly necessary to. So now I'm going to move up over here, and I'm going to take them off of Force March for right now. I want them to continue to regen. So that'll be okay for the moment. We're now at 23 war score, with ticking actually holding steady here, which surprises me. Oh, it's because we don't have this location. Okay. Ticking will now be on our side. We're at 46 war score. Perfect. Okay. As soon as we cap here, I want these guys to start heading here. So we're watching that occupation. Sure. We'll replace the stockpile. And over you head. These guys are going to finish up their occupation here shortly as well. There we go. And they're going to head down this way. Perfect. I see these guys on their way over. I'm not going to do anything about this right now. We will handle them with our legions on the way over as they get reinforced. An awkward start to the war, for sure. I wasn't expecting their morale to be quite as high as it was, but, I mean, we have kind of neglected our army in that regard, so it's fine. Actually, our vassal was going to fight these guys here. I wish they were. A stack wipe here would be amazing. Okay, I'm going to take this force down over here. That will eventually auto-cap back, so we don't actually care about holding this location. What I do care about is stack wiping their armies. So that'll be good. Our mercs are still making good progress up over here. And we're reinforcing our legions fairly nicely. So that's looking solid. We're going to position here, and the question is, are we going to catch these? They actually stopped. We're going to catch them. Fantastic. That should be a stack wipe. Wonderful. Yeah, we have significant numerical advantage here. That wasn't quite a stack wipe, actually. Remarkable. They have 183 troops left. Well, it's fine. Absolutely A-okay. So it's currently 1 BCE at this point. So they're going to come up and fight us up here. That's rude. Can we order an assault here? We probably should. Okay, so sure, we can side with one of these. We'll do this guy. Okay, so we won this battle. Our mercs are now likely going to be defeated. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to have this guy force march up to here. And then I'm going to have this guy. He's locked in. Okay, we're going to finish up this move. There we go. We're going to force march you up to here. Perfect. So we're not going to win this battle up here, but we did manage to take over the fort, which is what matters. So I'm just going to bleed them as much as possible. We're not going to retreat this force manually. We'll let it automatically retreat. We're just trying to buy time, as of right now, for our main forces to arrive. And we managed to kill more of them than they killed of us. So that's nice. They are running away at this time, and I would like to just take over their territory. The mercs did their job there. That was really good. Okay, so at this point, do we need more morale? Not really, is the answer. I want to go provincial loyalty. This war's already won, so we don't really need additional morale. What we really need here is to get these guys under control and to take these 2 locations, which we're well on our way to doing. We're going to catch this force. That'll definitely be a stack wipe. No doubt about that. Cool. And these guys, they're locked in here. That's fine. I'm going to finish off this siege. It's not really a siege. We're going to finish off capturing this capital, and we're going to walk up this direction, looking to catch these guys. You can come off of force march. That's fine. This war is virtually over. They would win that. Due to commander skill. It'll happen after the months tick. I want to try it anyway. Let's force march these guys and bring them up to reinforce. I mean, they're going to be defending in these mountains, right? Fighting in mountains is very difficult. But we can at least hold them there and bleed them heavily while our reinforcements come in. It's going to take them some time, but once they arrive, we'll have a lot more morale. We just got a breakthrough, and that gives us an innovation. So what do we want to grab here? Army surgeons? That'll reduce army attrition by 10% and supply limit going up by 15%, which is pretty good. So that seems fine. And we're going to win this fight easily. There we go, once our troops actually arrive here. Yeah, this is going to be a pretty easy victory for us at this point. 30,000 to 1,000. We actually stack wiped them. And these mercs are no longer a thing. So we're at 99 war score right now. Why aren't we at 100? That's interesting. It must be because of Battle War Score. Well, Ticking War Score will bring that up, but I'm not entirely sure. We might be able to take all of their territory right now. This will be 50 AE. That's acceptable. Do it. Okay, so that sounds good. All of this is now our territory, and people are going to be kind of upset about that. What is going on down here? Oh, Sumpa has been occupying all of this territory? I didn't even realize they were down here. Well, that's interesting. They got like 0 war score for that. Cool. Well, it is currently 1 BCE, so let's just tick this forward. This is basically the end of the series here. All we would do from here is we would develop this area, we would road it up, and then we would look to expand again, right? So that seems fine. This is good timing to end the series, so I like it. Let's let this go to 1 CE. There we go. Keep in mind, there is no year 0, and that is, I think, a perfect time to end it. Absolutely wonderful. Are there any colonizations we can do right now? No, but eventually we would be able to colonize some of this. So that's absolutely great. We would just develop these areas and continue going for, in theory, another like 400 and some years. But I don't see a reason to do that right now. This was mostly an exploration of how the Terra Indomita mod works, and overall, I think it works very well. This is probably going to be the mod that we use primarily in Imperator going forward. I like it. It's a good expansion of the world. No doubt about that. Also, it's time to put a cut in here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, but this isn't like a normal cut because this is the end of the series. So this one will not be continuing. I will be working on a new series for this one, but I don't yet know what that will be. So I will just say for now, we'll see what it is. That'll be something I'll have to figure out tomorrow, which is going to be exciting, of course. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Atala, Andy McGar, Ali Lee, Dark Horse, Upper Cumberland Gamers, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Tommy, Kentogan, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video. And as always, I will see you all next time.